Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're back on ARK and we're over on the Herbivore Island making a large base. This base would be ideal for a server alpha or beta tribes, but could also be very useful for PvE seeing as the location is large and open, and prime for building, although for PvE you'd probably want to modify a lot of things on this base, otherwise a lot of things will go to waste. Our first step is to clear out the area. We're building inside the horseshoe on the island and it's currently packed with trees and rocks. Grab a tool and get rid of everything here, it provides you with a nice amount of resources whilst doing this. On official servers there is a lot to clear, so make sure to bring a few storage boxes along to make sure that you don't get too over encumbered. Next we're going to set up the entranceway. We're going to be using behemoth gates so that we can fit every dinosaur inside this base, seeing as there is a lot of room for them. After this, go ahead and place metal spikes all around the top rim of the horseshoe so that the dinosaurs can't accidentally fall in. It may help to use orbit camera when you're placing the behemoth gates, just to make sure that you're not leaving any space underneath the gate or to the side where somebody could possibly either fly a small bird in or actually climb in themselves.
Every living creature on Earth knows about.
Okay, so now we're going to get started on the main base. Firstly, you're going to need a lot of metal resources, and you want to structure the base with an inner core and an outer buffer chamber. Build your foundations for the base however big you want, ideally with a lot of room, and then construct the buffer chamber with 2 layered walls as you see in the video. Then begin to build your base up. I chose to go up 3 layers, each 2 tiles high, to ensure I have a lot of space for things I'll need in my base. You'll need to set up doorways to ensure you can access your buffer chamber and place traps in there, and you'll also need to make sure every avenue up, down and around is closed behind a door, as this will make raiders expend a lot more resources just to get in. Now when it comes to your buffer chamber you can defend it in a multitude of ways. Sure, you can just leave it there and it will help in the war of attrition aspect of making your raiders possibly run out of materials, but putting dinosaurs inside the buffer chamber could prove very useful. If you can, tame up some Pegomastax and Troodons, although obviously they're not very easy tames at all. If you can get them in there, go for it. They'll knock out the raiders and they'll steal their equipment, but if not, use turrets, bear traps, narcotic tripwires and so on and so forth. Buffer chambers are indeed most effective at ground level, so I've left out the buffer chamber on the 2nd and 3rd floor to be replaced by catwalk mounted auto turrets. These can be filled up with a hovering Quetzal or a wall mounted Tapejara and will provide a wealth of defence for the base. I'd also recommend putting 1 turret on each floor so that if somebody does eventually breach in, they'll be surprised by a hail of gunfire and you might just kill a couple more people. You want to place the generator in a secure location so that if they do break into the bottom floors, your turrets will still fire at any more people that attempt to enter your base. Next up is the dino pen. This doesn't really require as much security as the main base, and obviously less of an explanation as how to build it, but it will still be made of metal. This will be placed in front of the main base, but ideally won't be as tall so that your turrets can still fire over it. Remember to hook up your generator to the turrets inside the dino pen, because that will also have turrets on it. I've managed to do a little bit better here than the wiring mess in the house. Next up, of course, you're going to be building some turret towers. You'll want to create a 1x1 pillbox at the bottom of the tower with the generator inside, build some pillars up, place a ceiling, and then 4 catwalks with turrets on. Run a wire up the pillar as you see in the video, drop an outlet at the top, and build another 1x1 pillbox on the top to cover the connection, because if that does get shot and damaged, it will shut off the entire tower. If you like, you could place more towers outside your walls around the rim of the horseshoe and on the beach. I haven't, just for time saving purposes on the video, but when people bring flyers in large scale PvP fights, they will be trying to scout your base from a distance, spyglass in, maybe take rifle shots. So the idea of building turret towers elsewhere on the island would be a good one.
Search for God is absurd. It isn't coming back home. Is that scary? I don't want to.
Okay, so now that the main building is done, it's time to furnish your house. I've tried to give it as many amenities as possible, including chemistry bench, refining forges, fabricators, industrial grills, etc. Furnishing is obviously very subjective, and it's really to your own wants and needs. You can really put whatever you want in here. Obviously there's going to be certain things you'll need for PvP and certain things you won't need for PvE. It really just depends what sort of player you are and what you're doing. The dino pen is quite bare at the moment. It's just a wide open space to store dinosaurs, a bed and a generator powering the turrets. You could do a lot more with this, to be honest. I've seen people do a lot more interesting things, or you could just leave it as it is. It's mainly just used, well, for dino storage, so I'm just leaving it as it is, but if there's something specific you want to do with it, you can. The turret towers are of pretty decent height, and they'll be able to shoot flyers above your base with better effectiveness than those mounted onto your house. If you do have any better designs for turret towers, including, kind of masking the wire, or including Plant X. Plant X is a great option. Plant X can slow down flyers whilst the turrets pelt bullets at them, and possibly even get them accidentally killed when they're just trying to soak. Anyway, if you do have a better design, you should probably use it. I'm not the best at building turret towers, but I'd like to think this is at least a feasible option. Anyway, that about wraps it up. An alpha base on Herbivore Island, extremely high defense and a massive amount of internal room to work with. Thanks for watching. If you have enjoyed, go ahead and drop a like and check out the channel whilst you're there. I have much more ARK content already made and much more coming, so do subscribe to see that. If there are any improvements that you can think of for this build, do let me know in the comments below. I'd look forward to reading your feedback. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.